afternoon, that with your team desperately needing it, you must have been delighted to ride to the rescue.
Yeah, no, I was. I obviously frustrated that you don't get to play in these or start in these big games, and you know, before the game, I tried to channel it and have a positive attitude for if needed and come on. And you know, I think over the years we've learned as a team to stick together no matter who's playing, and to always be ready. I know the manager emphasises that. I'm sure you've heard before. And yeah, you know, I came on and tried to be inside the box for more crosses, and one dropped to me, and then yeah, put it in the back of the net, thankfully.
It's interesting for you to say that you were in there to sort of get on the end of a cross. I presumed you were brought on to bring a bit of calmness and for that final pass, but it seems not.
No, he wanted me to play closer to Erling, to higher up in the pitch, to get more crosses in, hopefully try and win a few aerial duels.
Has he ever said that to you before, get closer to Erling?
Not really. It's so interchangeable though, you know, everyone plays in pockets, so fluid in movements and recognising if someone's not in their position to occupy it. But yeah, you know, I tried to go on there, get in the right areas, and it fell for me luckily, and you know, I'm really pleased to score a goal like that.
So what did you make of the afternoon? Like you said, it wasn't a view you wanted, but you had a decent vantage point from the bench. City started the game so quick, then it swung back their way, and then it becomes a different beast altogether, doesn't it, when it's 11 against 10?
Yeah, no, so it's a difficult afternoon, and I think for both teams, how they stop the play, how they use the side of football that not many teams do, make it difficult, slow it down, get the keeper on the floor to get some information on, and we have to control our emotions during those times, and I felt that we did, and it was a good battle today. You know, a lot of tackles, some silly decisions, but you know, it's hard to kind of all digest it all straight after the game. But you know, we come away with a point. Towards the end of the game, it could have been us losing 3 points. So yeah, we'll review it. We've obviously got a game in 2 days, which is quick and fast, but I think how we fought right until the end is credit to us.
Now, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you're basically saying Arsenal have mastered the dark arts, and it's very frustrating to deal with, right?
I don't know if they've mastered it. They've done it for a few years, and we know to expect that. That's you can call it clever or dirty, whichever way you want to put it. They break up the game and obviously upsets the rhythm for everyone. They use it to their advantage, and we I thought we dealt with it really well. It's not easy when those things are happening. You're trying to gain momentum. You're you know, trying to get a foot into the game and get above them, and you know, those little stoppages stopped that, and we controlled our emotions, as I said, really well.
And last one, you said, I think in the answer before last, there were silly decisions. Do you mean from them, from you, from the referee?
Yeah, a whole load of things, really. Probably what everyone expects watching a big game like this, that there's drama, and when we're involved in it, you want to be level-headed, not make silly fouls, take silly yellow cards, and I felt we did that, and we obviously made it difficult for the majority of the game, being so deep and having so many people around the box, and yeah, it was a day that we will have to definitely review and take a lot of positives from.
Do you think maybe for the first time we saw today a bit of needle introduced into this rivalry?
I think for the past few years, you know, we've had a rivalry that's been growing, one that we thrive off, and one that we always want to come out on top. You know, so to sit here with a point, it's difficult, especially at home, and we always want to come away with 3. But you know, as I said before, I think how we manage the game and how we've come away with a vital point in the later stages of the game is something that we should be proud of.
Thanks, John.
The analysis a little bit later. Let's just have a couple of minutes, Roy, on conclusions What do you take from that game? What does City and Arsenal take from that game?
Well, obviously, City will be delighted with the point. You're going into the last kick of the game. Obviously, John Stones is talking about Arsenal, I suppose, their tactics, really. Obviously, that frustrated them when they got their noses in front 2-1. A lot of time wasting. And ultimately, it's cost them. You know, I think, obviously, Arsenal can be smart with that, of course. But I think they've probably overdone it today. And ultimately, it backfired at the end. There was obviously 7 or 8 minutes gone on at the end. City's lack of quality surprised me in the second half for all their possession. Obviously, the stats there are amazing. But the lack of movement, lack of runs, lack of quality, really. But they kept going. But I think even with Arsenal with 10 men, I know they give them credit for sitting in and defending, they still needed to do a little bit more in possession. Because ultimately, they were always, OK, came on late the goal. But you always felt it was going to come. Do you know what I mean? You just need to do a bit more. You're talking about Arsenal Football Club trying to win the league titles. They've done as well against Brighton a few weeks ago. The last 10 or 15 minutes, they were almost time wasting, settling for a draw. I just wanted to see another side to Arsenal, and I didn't quite see it today. But ultimately, before the game, they would have took a draw. And both teams, I suppose, will be satisfied with that.
How hard is it when down to 10 men in midfield areas? Because I think subconsciously, as a centre-half or a full-back, you just want everyone in solid. So when you get the ball, what are you looking for within...
Do you know what, Mike? Listen, obviously, it's difficult against Man City. It's difficult when you have 11 players, but you don't understand. I just think you just need a couple of more passes or players to win a free kick, get you a little bit up the pitch. Because, again, the stats there, that pressure, and ultimately there wasn't really a lack of quality that cost them. It was just the pressure was building, a quick corner at the end, a short corner. I just think from Arsenal, it just show a little bit more quality or...
Personality?
Yeah, personality. Maybe composure, more better decision-making in possession. I know it's hard when we're sitting up here and we're having cups of tea and you're obviously eating loads of chocolate and stuff, and it's easy to judge them, but I just think they need to show a little bit more in these games.
When you want to break